You're not my dad!
What up, Ho Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten, back at it again. So, you guys may or may not know that I have espoused some fairly unpopular food opinions during my long and illustrious career as a YouTuber. Namely that I like to eat my popcorn with mustard and jalapenos, and I still stand by that. For the record, I am not wrong about that. Y'all just don't have sophisticated palates like I do. And I'll also, Chavez and I both believe that pineapple belongs on pizza. And recently, one of our friends converted to that line of thought too. So watch out, all of you non-pineapple pizza loving people. We're coming for you. We're coming for your cavalry one at a time, okay? All you gotta do is try it. And once you try it, maybe the first bite, you're like, right? Because you're still like, you still have little bitch baby taste buds. And you're like, it's sweet, I don't like it, right? Okay, but then you take that second bite, you get the salty of the cheese and the salty of the pepperoni. Say you put pepperoni on it, right? The spicy of the jalapeno. As you guys can tell, I'm building my perfect pizza here. And then the sweet of the pineapple to just balance everything out. It's so good. It's so good. Anyway, I was just really excited because this person who now likes pineapple on pizza was one of those people who, like, every 3 weeks on Facebook, he was talking mad shit about pineapple on pizza. And now what? Now what, homie? You know it's good. I posted a picture of my pizza. He was like, yo, that pizza looks bomb. I was like, I know, right? I am very pleased with myself, in case you guys couldn't tell, even though I personally had nothing to do with this particular person eating pineapple on their pizza. But I feel vindicated, and I feel like that's all that matters. Anti-Hoosin, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe and sanitized. We are here to watch some hood nature, so buckle up, buttercup? I don't know why I was gonna say buckle up butterfly or butterfree, and I was just like, but I know it's buttercup, so hence that little word stumble there. But buckle up, buttercup. This video is called God Sent Hippos to Punish Humanity, and I'm ready. I'm ready to be horrified and amazed, as I always am during these hood nature videos. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Look out. I think Moto.
Oh my god.
You want to know the funny part about that video? Hippos normally don't swim. They're so heavy that they sink to the bottom, so they usually just walk along the lake floor. That hippo was literally sprinting underwater towards that boat. And I don't know what the hell got Moto so motivated, but all I saw was malicious intent. Yeah. Hippos aren't just the most aggressive animals in Africa, they're one of the most homicidal things to ever have a pulse. Not only can they clap crocodiles in half, these Bundy horses will murk animals that are literally zero threat to them. This hippo straight up dominated an antelope for no reason other than, I guess, the poor animal was breathing too loud and the hippo chose death penalty.
Oh my
also,
God.
This is what happens when a lion tests a hippo's hood. They have one of the most devastating overbites of any animal, with a bite force of about 2,000 pounds of force respectfully. But if you've ever seen one violate a watermelon, you already knew that. Yep. In an area code with elephants, hyenas, and buffalo, hippos are the most on site, and they lay 500 people to rest permanently a year. But God can't help you if they catch you in the water, because they've been known to capsize small boats and maul anyone that falls in, either by drowning them, chewing them into human applesauce, or straight up swallowing them whole. And don't think you—
I'm sorry. I would just like to draw attention to the fact that he called it human applesauce. That is the most disgusting human applesauce. I can never eat apple. I have applesauce downstairs that I was actually looking forward to eating within the next couple of days. How can I eat it now? How can I eat it now? I can't. Also, hippos never look so vicious at the zoo. Like, I'm so sad because I used to really want like a little pygmy hippo when I was younger, and now I'm just like, that pygmy hippo would have fucked me up in my sleep, bruh.
You finna get on their good side. This man adopted an orphan baby hippo only to get brutally mauled and mutilated by the same hippo in the same river he rescued it from. Hippos have no soul. They answer to no god. Moral of this video, if you ever see a hippo yawn, you could be the one going to sleep.
That's so cute though. Ah! Bitch, what the
Huh. Well, if you're watching this, it means community guidelines hasn't taken my ass yet, and you probably want to know what in the hub this X-rated Pokemon is. It's Nemerdia, also known as a ribbon worm, and that nonsense you just watched is how they hunt. The worm shoots out its proboscis, which it uses to wrap around its prey and immobilize it with sticky, toxic secretions, only to end the nightmare by pulling it back into its mouth. The proboscis is a long tube used for eating that normally fits in the worm's guts, but when it wants to catch a body, it forces the proboscis out of its mouth. Some of them are branched, just like in this video. It's kind of like how chameleons yeet their tongue to snatch a meal, except this worm looks like Spider-Man busting out the next generation. They're not incredibly dangerous to people, but they do have crippling anxiety because if you take one out of the water for more than 10 minutes, its body will literally fall apart.
Me
no
when
cap,
I leave my
these
house.
pieces are actually one worm. It technically doesn't kill the worm, but it is a sign of high stress. So if you don't want to stress a worm, and you don't want to look like someone left to liquidate them, leave it the hell alone. Respectfully.
That's a big ass turtle.
I don't think enough of society realizes just how big these f***ing turtles get. That is the biggest shell jockey of them all, the leatherback sea turtle. This turtle can max out at 7 feet long and violate the scales at 1,500 pounds. For reference, that's about as heavy as some American male bison. The largest leatherback ever found was on Harlech Beach in Wales. It was almost 9 feet long in 2016. That's not the year. That's how much the turtle weighed. 2,016 pounds, or 914 kilograms for those of you that aren't American or use the metric system. Which is really just saying not American twice. Even though they're built like a refrigerator with flippers, they can reach speeds of 22 miles per hour while swimming. And you might be wondering why an animal that big would ever need to move that fast. This is why. Yeah, this too. But if they can avoid tiger sharks, homicidal Oreo dolphins, or worst of all, people, leatherbacks can live for 70 to 80 years and some even hit the century mark. You'd be surprised how long you live when you stay calm and mind your own business.
So, okay. Not the same animal at all. Well, same species, I guess. Antihusin, while Chavez and I were in Hawaii, we were there for 5.5 days-ish, like almost 6 days. Like we left super late on the 6th day, but also like you can't really do anything the day you leave, you know? Anyways, we were there for 5.5 days, and all I wanted was to see a fucking sea turtle. That's all I wanted. I didn't care about anything else, okay? Y'all know I don't like whales, and we didn't even go during whale season, so I didn't care about whales, okay? People kept saying, oh, and maybe we'll see some dolphins. I don't give a fuck about fucking dolphins. If I want to see dolphins, I'll go to fucking California, okay? I wanted to see a sea turtle, and we went on like 3 different boat things, and we were out on the beach damn near every fucking day, and I didn't see a fucking sea turtle until the last day. We went on a final, like it was a cultural cruise. It was super cute, really enjoyed it. And then I saw 7 of them. It was great. It was amazing. It was all I wanted for the trip, guys. It was all I wanted, and I didn't get it to the last day, but like God was like, you know what? I got you, girl. I got you. Even though you don't say your prayers literally ever, I got you. And I got to see 7 sea turtles, and they were so cute, and they were just like chilling, and then like they would come up to the top, and then they just dive right back down. They got like social anxiety. I really feel that. I feel that. So anyway, I just want to share that with you guys. It was amazing. I really had a great time. 3, 2, 1, play.
You'd be surprised how long you live when you stay calm and mind your own business.
What is that?
I already know what you're thinking, but 2 things. 1, that is 100% a female, and 2, that's not a... This isn't what it looks like. Hyenas live in female-dominated societies where having a boner is actually a sign of weakness. If 2 hyenas in a clan interact, the hyena that ranks lower in the hierarchy is the one that'll stand at attention, and this usually happens between 2 females. Basically, hyenas take feminism so far that getting bricked up is considered an act of submission. Also, that pseudo thing that I'm not allowed to say because of guidelines is actually another thing that I'm not allowed to say. I'm just gonna call it obliterous. Because nature has something against hyenas, females have to give birth through that obliterous. And it's an incredibly painful process for the mother, the cub, anybody watching. It's just bad for everyone involved.
Yeah,
Moral
so
of this video, if you're ever pickled out in front of a hyena, according to hyena culture, you're basically its bitch. But if you do get difficult in front of a hyena, you might have bigger personal issues to work on, good buddy.
Your mind's been blown. Think about elephants. Have boobs. I'm never going to think of Dumbo's mum the same.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought we already knew about elephant boobs, but I can give you something much worse. Have you ever seen a dolphin's rack? Because if you have, you're a liar and you really need to work on that. You're a liar because a dolphin's milk-giving area is found inside openings on either side of its anus. Not only that, but a dolphin's nippular area is actually inverted to get the milk and, you know, live, the baby dolphin will stick its beak inside her mammary slit and then gently nudge the mother, who will proceed to squirt the milk into the baby's mouth. You know, one of these days, guidelines is going to get tired of
so
much.
complex.
The people that get triggered by
Why?
public breastfeeding better be glad we're nothing like dolphins, because if we were, it would actually be a felony. Laws would be broken and childhoods would be ruined.
Yeah.
To be fair, dolphins only live like this because they're stuck underwater, and the mother can control when she ejects the milk so she doesn't waste it out in the ocean. Also,
Makes
dolphin
sense.
milk has high fat content, meaning it can pass through water and not get dissolved before it reaches the baby. Also, dolphin milk is oily, bitter, and not very sweet tasting. I don't want to know
I
how
was
we
gonna
know
say,
that.
why do you
Baby
know
dolphins
that?
will drink mama's milk for 2 to 3 years, which probably explains why dolphins are a menace to society. When you spend that much time feeding right next to an asshole, it's only fair that you become one. You are what you eat. There's being down bad, and there's being this beetle. So the flower beetle, right? The competition for females is so high that it causes the males to do some of the most down atrocious things I've ever heard of.
So
Because
gross.
male flower beetles are bisexual, and half the time they're mating, they're actually mounting another male. They'll even go as far as to release inside them. But there's actually a reason for this. Basically, by injecting another male with their own baby maker, if that male mates with a female, it's possible that the love juice of the first males will get transferred.
Just
Meaning
maybe.
it's possible for a male to
Fellas, is it gay to have sex with another man who might have sex with another woman? So basically, you're having sex with another woman. I feel like it's not gay.
knock up a female without ever meeting her because he turned his competition into a walking spank bank.
That's
And believe it
gross.
or not, a lot of male insects actually swing the other way, but not by choice. A lot of times insects can't tell the difference between a male and a female, and in
Neither
an
can
evolutionary
I.
sense, you're actually better off mating with as
in
many as
insects,
your kind as
obviously,
possible,
not
even if
in
you get it wrong
people.
sometimes than you are by being stingy and possibly missing out on an opportunity. Also, don't ask me how I got this picture. I'm not proud of it. But none of that compares to the depths of hell the flower beetle goes to. So whoever DM me and ask me what's the most sus animal out there, there's your answer. Follow me on Instagram, please and thank you. You know there's a type of dog that'll run fades with tigers? Meet the
Okay.
Dhole. It's a wild canid found all
so
over Asia, but especially India, Tibet, and
cute.
Pakistan. They roll in packs of 5 to 12, but it can be up to 30 of them. They're more
Goddamn.
social than wolves, and because there's less competition for food, they're less territorial and there isn't much of a hierarchy. They're basically hippie wolves. They hunt prey
just
by running
chilling.
them down, biting their nose, and then forcing them to the ground.
Biting
Sometimes
their
they'll go for the
nose.
eyes and blind their victim, and once they have them down, they'll rip their stomach open and disembowel them. Since they don't mercy kill like cats, it could take up to 15 minutes for the
It's
prey to
not
make it to God's
cute
door, but by then the Dholes have
anymore.
already started eating. On a wholesome note, they let the pups eat first because the pack prioritizes the weakest and youngest members. Because their
cute are
grocery list is almost the
those?
entire jungle census, they often compete with tigers and leopards. It hasn't been confirmed, but allegedly they put tigers on t-shirts because they are exactly what chihuahuas think they are. They'll often jump tigers and then force them into the trees. Since a tiger can erase a Dhole with one swipe, the dogs only act tough when they have the squad behind them.
Makes
They've also been
sense.
known to straight up punk leopards out of food. But don't get it twisted. If a leopard or a tiger catches a Dhole slipping, it's
Yeah,
curtains.
it's that-
But these
no.
Asian cujos will pocket check bears, tigers, and leopards, but never keep the same energy with humans. It says a lot. You might not like me for this one. It might hurt some feelings, but it needs to be said. This guy right here, the honey badger, yeah, he's not a real badger. Honey badgers are part of the Mustelidae family, meaning they pull up to the same cookout as otters, skunks, weasels, wolverines, and actual badgers. But the specific
Okay.
genus they're in is Mellivora, which makes them scientifically one of a kind because they're the only member. And if you look at the family tree, you'll see the honey badger
okay.
right there on the Celine Dion, all by himself. That group right there has a Japanese badger, the Asian badger, and the European badger. The American badger is right there, but they're not closely related to other badgers because if there's one thing Americans insist on, it's being difficult. But the honey
Honestly.
badger's nowhere near either of them, meaning they're not closely related to badgers. As for how they got their name, the naming guy lied in a job application and it shows, which is probably why snow leopards aren't actually leopards. Also, when you compare honey badgers to true badgers, it's not hard to find the imposter. So then what is it? Well, some believe its closest relative is this weasel-like animal called a marten. So when you hear me call this dude a felony,
That animal was so cute. This animal not so much cute, but the animal before this, mad cute.
ferret or a roid weasel, I'm kinda being serious. This black Air Force is closer to being a honey marten than an actual honey badger. It had to be said, I'm not apologizing for it.
Somebody on Facebook shared a post about Australia and said it is the land of nopes, nodders, and get the fuck away from here.
And from the way y'all tagged me in that video, I guess it's my job to explain what this Oreo flavored body snatcher is. Dolphilenia armata is a striped sea anemone, the largest type of anemone found off the coast of, I don't even need to tell you, you know exactly where it is.
Why
but bro
is
had
it
the right
on
idea. The only
land?
thing you need to remember is to stay the God-fearing away from this thing, because not only can they sting you, it could take months for you to heal. Keep in mind that anemone are part of the Nidaria family. I'm not even finna lecture you. The only names you need to remember are jellyfish and man-o-war because those its cousins. Their
Oh,
tentacles
okay.
have papillae, which are covered in large explosive stinging cells
Of
called
course.
nematocysts, which will introduce themselves to your skin if the satanic Pokemon feels threatened.
Yep.
The tentacles end with a swollen tip that's also covered in excruciatingly painful venom.
Of course it
Difference
is.
between
Why
this
wouldn't
thing
it
and your
be?
ex, if bro hits you with just a tip, you'll actually feel it. I actually love Australia, but y'all are really one of one.
Well, as per usual, unpleasant and awful facts about our planet Earth. I can't wait. So, like, what is it? 80% or whatever of the world's oceans are undiscovered, unexplored, whatever. I was gonna say I can't wait for them to be explored, but I can, actually. I I don't think we need or want to know what else is out there. Okay? I just don't. I don't think we need to. I think we should sit our happy asses on land and or on boats. You know, I do love me a good boat with a good cocktail. But yeah, I think we should sit that one out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave your reaction requests and recommendations down in the comments below. And other than that, peace out, Hope Biscuits. It's Skittenlit.